Sometimes all is good. You can hear me? Okay, perfect. I'm going to come back on my mat. So let's go ahead. So we'll start here in a nice comfortable seat. Let's just close the eyes down. So just let yourself sink beneath the surface. And in a physical sense, that's beneath the skin, beneath the flesh, like all the way to that part of ourselves that's infinite. It's the non-physical part. And just really working with the feeling of satisfaction today, with the intention of cultivating the feeling of satisfaction, regardless of circumstances and regardless of the conditions of the outer world. And so just starting to take some slow breaths and doing your best to even the breath out so that you're breathing in and you're breathing out the same amount. And just starting to get curious about what the feeling of satisfaction feels like for you. And then I want to take that a little bit further, and as you're breathing in, just starting to count to 4 or 6 or 8. Take some time to pause, and then breathe out for the same amount. And as you're doing that, look for the feeling of satisfaction. See if you can find it somewhere inside of you. Really good. So just keep going like that just a little bit longer. If you're finding that feeling, even just little glimpses of that feeling of satisfaction, do your best to just hone in on that feeling, really focusing in on it for like 17 seconds or 20 seconds. And so we want to just start giving it some momentum. And then we'll just open up with a question. What would it be like? What would it be like to feel incredible satisfaction no matter what? Like, what would it be like to feel it in my physical body? What would it be like to feel it in my heart? What would it be like to feel it in my guts, in my soul? Just incredible satisfaction. Beautiful. So we'll take a moment to just bring our eyes a little bit open into the room. Let's take our hands together at the heart, and we'll open it up with the sound of Om. We'll take a deep breath in together. Om. And then when you're ready, we'll release our hands forward. Let's roll forward and we'll come into downward facing dog. So let's start to pedal the feet out a little bit, and you could even kind of lift the right foot off and then the left foot. It's like you're doing like a little march in your downward dog. And then start to settle in and find some stillness here. And just throughout the flow today, just keep looking for that feeling of satisfaction. Because I'm really curious as to how your day will go if you just hone in on that, giving it as much of your focus and momentum as possible. And then it will just kind of carry forward into your day. All right, so let's inhale to look to the top of the mat. We're going to start walking our feet forward all the way toward the hands. And we'll lift halfway as we get there. Exhale and fold. And let's root to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then as you exhale, let the hands come down by your sides. But we're going to actually just keep going. So just make big circles with the arms. And you can actually even pulse the knees a little bit here. 5, just feeling your shoulders, feeling your knees. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Let's go ahead and exhale, step it back into your plank pose. We're gonna pause here. Yep, and then start to take the knees to the chest. Just little pulls here. Just finding a nice rhythm, a nice pace. One more each side. And then let the knees come down underneath the hips. And we'll come through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling as you're arching your back. Exhale, round it out. Good, so let's do that again. Inhale, arch your back. And then from here, with this little back bend, just rock a couple times forward and back. Then rounding out your spine. And then same, just rocking a couple times forward and back. And then we'll do one more cat-cow. Inhale to arch the back. Exhale to round it out. Inhale, flat back. Let's tuck the toes. Coming into downward facing dog. All right, as we get here, let's sweep the right leg up. We'll start to bend the knee and open up the hip. So let's do this. We'll do it 5 times. We're going to inhale, straighten the leg, and then exhale, let your heel just fall towards your bum. Okay, inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, let the heel just fall. Good, 3 more. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Last one. And then we'll inhale, straighten up the right leg, square off your hips, and then exhale, step in between your hands. Let's bring the back knee to the mat. Good morning, Erin. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And then we're going to exhale, listen up here. Take your left hand behind your head, and your right arm is going to start to reach for the back of your mat. So it's like a little bit of a twist here. See if you can look towards that right hand. We're here for 3. 2, if you want, you can straighten out the left arm. And 1. Inhale, straighten those arms up, reach up. Exhale, release the hands down to frame your foot. And we're going to step to the top of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Let's root to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And again, you're going to exhale, let the arms come down, but just keep going and make these big circles. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and then we'll fold on the exhale. Inhale, half lift, step the feet back, plank pose as you exhale. So let's take the knees across to the opposite arm. Okay, just find a rhythm and a pace, no particular number. And relax your knees to come down. Take it back for a brief child's pose. So sit back onto the heels and rest the head down. And look for that feeling of satisfaction. Let's come back, downward facing dog. Settling in here. And we'll take it into 3-leg dog. Left leg's gonna rise up, big breath in. Okay, as we exhale, let the knee bend, but it's like you're just letting the heel fall. Okay, inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, this helps open up the thigh. 3 more. And then we'll inhale, straighten the legs, square the hips out, and then we'll step in between the hands and take your back knee down. All right. Inhale, sweeping arms up overhead. That's our little low lunge. Exhale, right hand coming behind the head as you start to reach the left hand towards your back foot. And then spin the gaze. See if you can look at that back hand. Woo. We're here for 3. Hugging those inner thighs in, option to straighten that right arm. Get those shoulder blades onto your back. 2, 1, inhale, sweeping arms up overhead. Exhale, release the hands. Let's take it to the top of our mat. Yeah, inhale, stepping forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. We'll root to rise, breathing in, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, bring the hands down. So we just got a little energetic thing here. Take your fingertips to your rib cage under the breastbone, and you're just gonna start to pat. Just tap, 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 tap. Fingertips into your tummy, all through your torso. And then we're gonna start to do that right up through the sternum, right up through the middle of the chest, and right underneath the collarbones. You can go down the center of the chest and under the collarbones. Ooh, sorry, you guys, I'm patting the mic. And then you're gonna take your hands, the backs of your hands to your lower back, and just start to pat. It's like all through the kidneys, the glutes. Just rub your lower back a couple times. And then relax your hands down. And just take a moment here noticing, ooh, it's kind of stimulating, right, when you do that. And we'll inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's inhale, half lift. We're gonna take a vinyasa, so step, walk, or jump back. You can lower through a chaturanga. You can continue to modify. Inhale, upward facing chest. And taking it downward facing chest. Ooh, all right, let's take a breath here. And then as we inhale, walking the hands back towards the feet. We'll exhale, fold and hold. And then root to rise. Inhale, arms coming up. Now as we exhale, pressing down through the left foot, we'll catch the right knee. So just coming into a little standing balance. Okay, so we keep the knee with the left hand, and just like we did in that lunge, we start to reach the right hand towards the back of the mat. And you can start to look towards that hand if it's available. So finding that deep torso twist for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring your hands to your chest, coming back to center. Exhale, we're gonna step to the top of our mat. Woo. So you're in a lunge. I've never really loved that transition, but what the heck. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands are gonna come down to frame the foot, and then both legs straighten out here. Inhale, lift the hips. So if you need to shorten your stance, you can slide that front foot back. And then we'll exhale, fold down the legs. Keeping those thighs engaged. So if you want a little bit more here with this stretch, you can inhale, look forward. Take your left hand to the outside of your right foot and reach the right arm up and just find that twist here. So you'll feel that a bit more through the IT band, hamstring. One more breath. Good, exhale. Releasing the right hand down. Bend through this right knee and step to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Good, exhale, hands come down. We're right here. Big circles. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. We're taking that second vinyasa. Step walker, jump back on your exhale. Lower down. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward chest. And downward dog. And just pause. Okay, walking our hands back towards our feet. Inhale as you walk back. Exhale as you just take a moment to fold here. And then root to rise. Inhale, sweeping arms up. As we exhale, root down through the right foot. Catch your left knee. And just stabilize. Whew. Some days balancing comes easy and some days it doesn't. So let's keep the right hand holding the left knee. And we'll extend the left arm to reach back. Plug the belly button in. Rotate through the upper spine to look at that back hand. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale as you start to look forward again, bring your hands to your heart, and then step your left foot to the top of your mat, to find your lunge. Awesome. Inhale, sweeping arms up overhead. And exhale, hands come down. We're gonna straighten these legs out, lift those hips up, big breath. Exhale, fold. So if you're feeling unstable or you're feeling pressure through the backs of your that front knee, you're probably too wide with your feet. So you can just step your feet a little closer and then enjoy the fold. Now, if you want more, inhale, look forward, and then take the right hand to the outside of the front foot. Left hand would reach up for the twist. Looking for the feeling of satisfaction, especially in those moments of discomfort. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Releasing this left hand down. And then as we inhale, step to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold down the legs. We'll root to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, just release the hands down for a moment. Close the eyes. Perfect. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. We exhale, wrap the left arm underneath the right. So left arm underneath the right. Yes, you can find a little squat here. Sit back into your heels. Pull your elbows toward your chest. Yes, and then just breathe into the back of your shoulders for 3, 2. Now listen up, we're gonna inhale, push down through your right foot as you come up, lift your left knee. So we're back in this little standing balance, and then step to the back of your mat for a lunge. Spin your back heel to the mat. Good, warrior 2 legs. And then we'll open up the arms. Virabhadrasana 2. Virabhadrasana B. So rolling those shoulder blades back onto the back. Good, we're here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands to frame your foot. We're going to pause here. Root through the left hand and reach the right hand up. And we're going to just keep going. So rotate around to the knife edges of your feet. And then you can actually stack your right foot on top of your left for that side plank. Yes, there it is. We're here for 3, 2, exhale, come back to your plank pose. Take a pause here. Just hold it here. Take a deep breath in. We're going to exhale straight to downward facing dog. And then inhale back to plank pose. So I want you to imagine that you're moving through water and try to make this movement from plank to down dog as fluid as possible. We'll do it one more time. And then you'll inhale, come to plank and take a vinyasa or a modified vinyasa. Returning to your breath. Awesome. Right on, you guys. Let's take an inhale, lift the right leg to the sky, and we'll bend the knee, open up the hip. Starting to peek under the left shoulder. And then starting to peek under the right shoulder, and then maybe take a flip dog here into your wild thing. Slowly come on back, 3-legged dog. Right leg to the sky. Exhale, step in between the hands. Inhale, take it to the top of your mat, stepping forward here. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And as we exhale, right arm comes under the left for that little bind. We sit back into the heels. Move the elbows down, lift the chest. It's like we're just firing up the legs here. So we'll push down through the left foot. Okay, inhale me all the way up. Right knee is going to come up hip height. And then stay here. Starting to slowly move that right leg back to find your lunge. And then you'll pivot your back heel and come into this little warrior 2 here. Woo! Open those arms when you're ready. Yeah, and then just focusing on getting the shoulder blades on the back. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands down here to frame your foot. Root your right hand, spin your right heel around. You're going to come right onto the knife edges of your feet. And then left foot can stack on top of right. Finding that side plank for 3, 2, 1. Come back to your plank. We're going to hold it here. Little movements back and forth from down dog to plank. We inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Nice and fluid movements. And on this next one, you'll take it through a full vinyasa. Or of course, you can modify. Returning to downward facing dog. Yay, awesome. Okay, left leg lifting. Take a big breath in as we sweep that left leg up. We'll bend the knee, open the hip. And we'll start to peek under the right arm. I always love to feel the difference in the spine when you're looking under the right arm versus the left. We'll go ahead and switch over and look under the left arm. And then you can start to flip the dog here. And inhale, slowly come back, three-leg dog. Exhale, step in between the hands. And we're taking it right to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's root to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Again, we're going to exhale, just start to circle the arms around. Two more. Inhale, arms up. So as we exhale, we'll step the right foot back, and we're going to open it up into this big, wide stance. Make sure your feet are even. I just caught myself. My right foot was way in front of my left. Okay, so hands to the hips. Inhale as you start to bend over, but bend just through the right knee a little bit. So here's the option, okay? Hands can come to your heart, and you try to like get this left elbow over here to the right knee, and then we're gonna switch over here, right elbow to the left knee. And just find a nice fluid pace for yourself, okay, back and forth. Just imagine that you're opening up the side of your spine. Look for the feeling of satisfaction. Four more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands to the floor. Inhale, look forward. Let's exhale to come down into a fold. So I want to actually give you all the chance, if you're comfortable with your headstands. Okay, so let's line the hands up with your feet, arches of your feet. What starts to happen here, and the crown of the head moves closer and closer to the floor. Sometimes we have to take our feet wider apart, okay, to get the head down. You make that little tripod with your head. It's the top of the triangle. Your hands are the base of the triangle. You start to push a little through the hands, and then maybe you start to float the feet up to your headstand. And staying at least 5 breaths, because even if you're just in the fold, you get that inversion, blood towards the head. And then we'll slowly start to come out of here. Inhale, walk the hands forward, look up, or look forward, I guess. Exhale, hands to hips, and then come all the way up to stand. Woo! And we'll step to the top of our mat. Hands will come down by our sides. Let's take the arms up overhead. Big breath in. Left arm's gonna wrap underneath the right. So here we are again, right, with this little bind. So we're not gonna take the same leg variation that we would normally take with this bind, okay? We're gonna try figure 4 instead. So sit low, find your heels, lift your chest. And then we'll inhale, push down through the right foot. So you're starting to come up to stand. Your right foot's pushing down, your left knee is gonna lift. And then we're gonna cross that left ankle over your right thigh and start to sit back into your figure 4. It's like you want to stretch your tailbone to touch the back edge of your mat. Yeah. So look for satisfaction, right? Even when you're all bound up, things feel funky. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale slowly to come up. We're just going to release this left foot down, and then we'll sweep the arms up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left arm, right arm, comes under the left. Okay, elbows come down. Let's sit back into your heels. Yeah. And then pushing through left foot Inhale as we come up, right knee lifts. Exhale, cross the ankle over the thigh and reach your tailbone toward the back edge of your mat. So where there feels like there's limitation, there's an opportunity for expansion. Take another breath into all of that. We'll inhale to come up and just simply release that foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Lifting up halfway, let's breathe it in here. We'll take a vinyasa, step, walk, or jump back. Lower down your way. We'll come back to your breath. So good. Okay, so let's walk the hands back towards your feet. Inhale, walk it back. And then folding as you exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. We root to rise here. And we're gonna press through the left foot and catch your right knee. Here's your balance. Now I'm gonna invite you, if you wanna go further this time, right peace fingers can catch inside your right big toe. Okay, left hand would come onto your left hip, and you could extend this leg forward. We're only gonna work here, squaring off the hips, squaring off the shoulders for 3, 2, get a little taller. So bringing hands together at the heart, take a big step forward to the top of your mat. Woo! And then spin your back heel to rest onto the mat because we're in warrior 1 here. So that back heel is down. Erin, is your back heel on the ground? Spin your back heel to the floor. Okay, good. Yes, warrior 1. Perfect. Let's take a deep breath in and clasping hands behind as you breathe out, setting it up for humble warrior. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, folding right down the midline. Beautiful. We're here for 3, 2. Okay, so listen up. We have like a funky little transition coming, okay? So right hand is gonna come to the outside of your right foot, and you're gonna sweep this left arm down towards your mat and around towards the front of your mat, and you're gonna slide this left foot into warrior 2 feet. So your left arm is overhead. If that's too much, you can back off to here, elbow to thigh. Sweet. Okay, we're here for a few solid breaths. Make sure your lower back isn't getting like archy. Pull your belly in for 3, 2. Exhale, release your left hand. You've seen this transition before. Pick your back heel up. Keep going. Rotate on the feet. Reach your right hand up and stack your legs. Side plank. Now you can go a little further if you want in your side plank and come into your tree pose, or if you want, you could even try to catch your right big toe like you did when we were standing just now. And you can extend the leg for 3, 2, 1. Let's make our way back to plank pose. And we're actually gonna let the knees come down, and we're gonna come back into child's pose. And let everything just settle in. Deep rest. All right, coming back into downward facing dog. So before we do all that on the other side, we'll take a few rounds of Shakti Kicks. Okay, so it is about moving energy really, but it's also about getting ready for handstands. So bend deep into the knees And then give yourself a little push off the mat. It's like a little bunny hop, but you're trying to get your hips as far upward, eventually right up over the shoulders, okay, as possible. You can kick your heels right up to your bum. So as you float up, the legs are sort of out of the way. Nice. Those look awesome. Denise is like, I'm gonna chill out here for a moment. All right, so let's come back into downward facing dog. So naturally the arms are tired, right? So we're gonna get off the arms. Let's inhale, walk the hands back towards your feet. And exhale, just take a moment to catch opposite elbows. Give yourself a little ragdoll here. Let the head relax. Decompress the spine. And then releasing our hands. Inhale, press through the feet. Let's come all the way up here. All the way up. And then we'll exhale, press into the right foot, catch your left knee. I'm feeling wobbly on this side today. I don't know how everybody else feels, but definitely wobbly. So you can stay here, okay, catching the knee, or peace fingers, catch inside the big toe, and maybe we extend the leg. Really working to square those hips off and to square the shoulders off. Woo, lift through the inner thigh here on the standing leg, get a little taller. And then we'll take the hands to the heart. We're gonna take that big step forward. Woo, most awkward transition ever. And then we'll come into warrior one. Yes, so once the feet are all set up, we'll bring the arms up. And we'll take a deep breath in and exhale. Find that Yogi Mudra bind. Let's roll the shoulders back. Inhale. And we'll take that bow here, that fold into humble warrior. I really like to find some compression here through the left, like the side of the body and the inside of the leg. So see if you can kind of push them in towards each other. Okay, here's that funky transition. Left hand comes to the outside of the left foot as we step the right foot back and inhale, sweep the right arm around. And we're in this little warrior two, extended side angle. Woo. If you need to back it off, take your left elbow to your left thigh. Good. All right, there it is. Nice, Rebecca. Sometimes you gotta kind of work your way in, right? We're here for 3, 2, and exhale. Start to bring this right hand around, pick your back heel up. We're just gonna keep spinning. Right hand under right shoulder, pivot on the feet, left arm up. We're gonna stack the left foot on top of the right. And you can find any variation of your side plank, maybe even catching that big toe if you want to extend the leg. Well, nice and easy, come back into our plank pose. So if you want to take that vinyasa, you can absolutely do that. If you want to take a child's pose, that's where I'm going to go. But whatever floats your boat here. Once you get to down dog or you get to child's pose, just settle in. Looking for that feeling of satisfaction. And then we'll make our way back to downward dog. Ooh. Okay, so right foot is going to step to the outer, what is that called? Your right pinky finger. Right foot is going to step to the outer right pinky finger. And then we'll let the back knee come down. So coming into our lizard pose, let's take a moment here. We actually haven't done this one in a while. So we'll push down through the hands, lift up through the chest. And if all is good, we start to come down to that outer elbow first, left elbow, and then potentially also the right elbow. And I want to encourage you here in lizard to like suck up through the pelvic floor as we've done in the past, like really lift the energy up by lifting, squeezing pelvic floor upward. Notice it's pretty challenging to hold that for long periods of time. So just if you lose it, just come back. So I want to offer you guys a bind, okay? We're just going to do this like one more little fiery thing, and then we're going to bring it to a close. So feel free to stay here. You could also move into a deeper stretch. So you could actually bend your back knee and just catch your foot if you want that. If you want something a bit more challenging, you can actually lift your back knee and come in for the bind here. So your right arm would dive under the right leg, grabbing asana, as we say, right? And then you'll flip your palm upward and sweep your left arm around to come inside the right. So that's going to just be a bit more fire. So there's yang option, there's a yin option. Yes, gorgeous. We're here for 3. Those are beautiful. 2. 1. Let's slowly release. Take the hands back inside the foot. Lift your back knee up off the ground. Step into your plank pose. And let's move through a vinyasa. We're going to go same here. So let's, one more little breath, and then we'll step the left foot to the outer left pinky and lower the back knee down. Lifting up through the chest, let's take a deep breath in and come on down. Right elbow, left elbow. Focus on the Mula Bandha pelvic floor. Squeeze and lift. Hold it as long as you can. If it falls out, bring it back. Okay, so here's where we get that yin option, or if you want to stay here, you can bend the back knee and reach back to catch the foot here with that left hand. Or you go more for the yang option, which is back knee comes up, left arm dives under. You're going to grab your left butt cheek for a second, flip the palm up, and then sweep the right arm around to rest inside the left hand. There's that fire option. Beautiful. Amazing. We're here for 3. 2. 1. Let's slowly come on out. Bring those hands inside the foot. Woo. Lift your back knee. Step it back to plank. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale. Move through that vinyasa. And then we're going to just come onto our back. So you can step, walk, or jump to a seat. Let's lie down on our backs. Whew. Feet come hip distance. We come into one back bend. So pick your favorite one, hands by your hips or hands by your ears, or low bridge or high bridge. And then on the inhale, we're going to push up. Go up all the way up. Here we go. So you want to open those thighs, open those hip flexors, open the tummy, open the chest. And then you're strengthening the hamstrings and the glutes in the back. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it down. Relax the hips. Woo. Okay, so we didn't do this bind in our standing practice, so we'll do it here on our backs. We'll take our left leg to wrap around our right leg. Here's that eagle bind. Okay, you can come into the half bind, or you can hook the foot all the way behind the ankle. Actually, you know what? I got ahead of myself. Keep your left foot down, take your hips over to the right side of your mat, and then find your bind. And then you'll drop the knees over to the left. So this is a pretty deep twist. I don't do it very often. Some people like really love this, the depth of this twist. I sometimes like it and I sometimes hate it. So if it feels too much, you can always undo your legs and just stack the knees. It's like these postures they're medicinal. So depending on what we need, sometimes they work one day and then not the next. All right, so let's come on out of there. Inhale, unravel. Let's reset the hips. And then we'll cross the left leg over. We'll take the hips over to the left side of the mat. Come into the full bind if you're coming all the way in. Knees over to the right. And we'll inhale, start to slowly come out of there, unravel the legs, reset the hips. We're gonna hug the knees into the chest and 3 rock and rolls up to a seat. 1, 2, and 3. So scoot your butt back, extend the legs forward. This is our Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Can scoop the flesh out of the way here. And then either we catch the toes, okay, with the fingers, or the outsides of the feet, or if none of that is available for whatever reason, hands come just out to the sides. Inhale, lifting up. So keep in mind that as you exhale to fold, I want you to focus on the lower back first. So that is what lengthens first. Once that's lengthened as much as possible, you go into the middle back, and then you go into the upper back. So what I see a lot is that lower back starts to round out a lot to kind of make up for tight hamstrings. So if that's happening, you can actually bend your knees a little bit and find a bit more length in your lower back. One more breath. And we'll inhale, come all the way back to a seat, and exhale, lie all the way down onto your back for final rest. So really important to just let yourself completely rest here. Like, how often are we awake and not doing anything? So this is like the practice. This is our practice of being awake and not doing anything. And just enjoy it. I'll call you back soon. Once you think you're relaxed, see if you can relax a little more. So feel free to close here today if you just want to like chill here and stay a little longer once class is over. But if you're ready to come back to a seat, you can also start to make your way back to a seat. No judgment, no rush, whatever feels best. That's what I encourage. Very good. And then just either if you're staying on your back, just lie there, enjoy, stay exactly as you are. If you're with me in a seat, we'll close the eyes. We're going to close it out with a very quiet Om this morning. We'll take a deep breath in. Om. I want you to just take one moment here to just imagine the feeling of a perfectly healthy body. Like it feels so good to move in your body. You're free of aches and pains. Just feeling that vitality. Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's take a moment to just bow our heads, blessing this day, pronouncing it good. We say thank you and namaste.